Well, a very warm welcome back to the channel, and I think by looking in the background you can tell exactly where we are. Yep, we are at Monument Valley. So let's go and have a look around. We're actually going to go and do the drive. It's a 17-kilometer drive where you can go through the valley and go and see where John Wayne and the likes made all those wonderful westerns back in the day. And this is where the truck comes into her own, because obviously there is no way that you can go and do this ride on the bike. So saddle up, man, we're going to have to use the car. Little bit dusty, man. Can hardly see where we're going. Come on, wind, do your thing. There we go. All right. Let's proceed. Well, I thought I'd seen everything until I've seen this. Some guy has tried to take a travel trailer down this trail and now he's stuck and he can't get back up.
Yeah, and I don't know if we'll be able to get round him, to be honest.
We'll get round
I'm Jude.
him. No problem. You can see that or not, but that's hilarious. In fact, it's not hilarious, it's unbelievable. But it just shows how dumb some people are. Unreal. There she is. Oh dear. God, some people. But you know, it makes for good footage for the video. Sorry about the howling wind, but what strikes you about this place is that it looks just like Mars, or it would do if you took away all this greenery. And I bet this has been where they filmed so many scenes for these movies that are supposedly located on Mars, but it really does look like Mars. Now, I've been told that this next view is the best view in the entire valley, so let's go check it out. We just have to walk up this wee trail and let's see if this is truly the best view. Sorry about the wind. Well, I don't know about calling it Monument Valley. I think they should call it Valley of 1,000 photograph opportunities. This place is just unreal if you are into photography. So come and check it out and see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're just going to head back on this bumpy road now, back up to the visitor centre for one last look at that absolutely stunning view, and then we'll be calling it quits and heading off home. If you bring a sedan down here and you don't damage it, that will be a miracle.
I wasn't even keen on bringing this down here.
Well, good morning and welcome back to the channel for the second part of our adventures here in the wonderful Monument Valley. I mean, look at this behind me. Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Anyway, so what we're doing now is we're going to head north up towards Moab. We're going to be passing the very famous point where Forrest Gump turned around and started heading back, and it's just down the road here. So I just want to show you the fabulous views from where I'm standing. Okay, check this out. I'm just going to do a 360. Hopefully you'll get an idea of just how cool the views are here. And we got up really early this morning because the sun rose in between those two little pinnacles over there, which was a sight to see. But just look at this. Well, definitely worth getting up early for, man.
Oh yeah, it's just so beautiful here.
I know, gorgeous, isn't it?
So peaceful.
Yeah, apart from the traffic, but once there's no traffic, then there's nothing, just pure silence. Okay, so this is the spot. This is the spot where Forrest Gump is running along and decides that's it, he's had enough, and he turns around. And I'm just going to let this motorcycle go by and then I'll show you the spot. There it is. And everybody's pulling over in here to get their photograph, obviously. How cool is that? Oh God. Run, Forrest, run! Yeah, so we're just driving along there on our way up to Moab, and we've come to a town called Bluff, and there's this absolutely awesome looking old fort, so we're just going to go and check that out. Well, that's cool, man. A little bit of what we like. Free admission. Can't tell we're from Yorkshire, can you? So we just spoke to a really lovely lady, Cheryl, who is actually working here for the whole year now. She's from Cardiston in Alberta, Canada. And she was saying that most of the cabins and stuff are actually replicas. There is one that's not a replica, that is an original, but boy, they certainly look good. Now this apparently is a copy of the Perkins family cabin. Let's go and see what it was like to live in a cabin. Oh, this is so cool. Now what I think is really neat is the fact that it is all repro, but what they've done is they've mixed in some antique pieces of furniture with reproduction furniture, and it gives it that sense of authenticity, which I find pretty interesting, particularly being in the furniture industry. Now this is interesting. This is a display of the encampment that the settlers would have had before they built their cabins. So they would have cross country in their wagon, and then they have to pitch themselves up like this and start building their cabins. Could you live like this, man?
Do you know what? I could.